Okay, so till now we have seen variable concept. So variables are used to store single element or single data. Data we are storing, right? And if there is more than one data, if you want to store similar kind of data, where we can store that multiple data storing capacity is given by this array concept. So single data you can store in the variable, but multiple data at a time you can store in the array object. So that's the array means. Array is a static data structure which is used to store multiple similar kind of data. So it starts with the 0 index. You can store the elements. First place always a 0 index. Index based, basically. All the elements you can store index based. So first element always at the 0 index. Second element in 1 index. Third element in 2 index. Observe that index number is always less than your position, the element position. So first element in the 0 index. Always the first element in the 0 index only. The position doesn't change. The index number doesn't change. That is the arrays, how it will store. Index based, the elements will be stored in the array. First you have to define the size. How many elements you are going to store in the array. Later, you can insert the elements. First create a array variable, then create an object for that data type. Define the size, declare the size. How many elements you want to store. Once you store the elements, then you can access the array elements one by one. That is all about this array concept. Arrays, so see that the arrays are defined by square brackets. So like this, array name, square bracket. So always whatever the element here, you can refer with the 0, first position. Last means the size of this, the length of the array, -1 if you do, you'll get. Now total elements in this array is 8 elements. Sir, only 7, how are you saying 8? So 1 to 7, 7 plus 1. This also you have to count. 0. 0, sir, 7 plus 0 is 7, right? Why are you counting as a 1? This is the 1 element. This is not the 0. So this is another element. So this 7 plus 1, 8. Total 8 elements will be there. Always your index should start with the 0 index. Keep that point in mind. So array is a container that holds the fixed number of values and similar kind of data type. All integers only can store. All arrays, all characters only can store. That's this array means. First, how to use this? How to declare an array? First, data type. So array symbol, array name equal to new data type, and in the square bracket you declare the size. How many people you want to store. So like this size, this is the size. Now 100 elements you can store in this array. Then what are the advantages? So the advantages are optimization. you can achieve with the code optimization. So we can retrieve or sort the data efficiently with this index-based concept. And also randomly you can access wherever you want. So for example, you want this element, this -45 you want. Just put the array name, square bracket inside the 45 index. What is the 45 index? 4. Just give 4 here. Now you'll get a -45. For example, you want 300. So 300 at 3 index. So array name, square bracket, 3. Then you will get a 300 there. How to access array elements? Array name, square bracket, index. How to access array elements?
Index. Array name.
Array name, square bracket, index.
Array name, square bracket, index.
Index.
So don't forget this. This is the very important concept. So that's the advantages of array. Disadvantages for array is size limit. So we can store only the fixed size of elements in the array. It doesn't grow its size at runtime. Runtime you cannot change. Okay, runtime you cannot change it. So if you want to change the size, you have to go for collections, not array concept. So how to declare array variables? So data type, square bracket, array name. This is the array declaration syntax. So how can you declare array variable?
Data type.
Data type,
Square bracket, array name. So what are the different data types?
Integer.
integer,
Integer,
float,
float,
double,
double, long, short, primitive, non-primitive.
So array name can be any name you can provide. Okay. See, this is the example. Data type is, you can take anything, double, square bracket. Array name is,
array name, data.
so I'm just giving a data is my array name. So this data type is a double data. See, here are the examples, few more. This is the integer array name is list. String array name is fruits. Rectangle array name is boxes. But how many elements can array hold? Right? So basically, number of elements you have to declare while creating an array. So that will allocate the memory in the heap area. So for example, if you assign 10, that means this data array can store only 10 elements. So you start with 0 and 0 to 9. So that means 0, 1, 2, and 9. So then you can store total 10 elements, 1 to 9, 9, and plus 0 is 1, and 10 elements you can store in this array. So that means the memory allocates for 10 elements in this heap area. So this is how you can declare double, square bracket, data equal to double, and size you are giving. So creating array object is, so this is the one, data type, variable name, new data type size, or data type array name square bracket equal to new data type size. So data type array name square bracket equal to new data type square bracket E1, E2, E3, and so on. So here directly in the same line, you can place the elements. So these are all elements, different elements. Okay, so this is the 3 ways you can create the array object. So this is the example list: new int 10, fruits new string 5, boxes new rectangle 4. So declaring array variable and creating array object can be done in single statement also. So see, declaring array variable. This is the declaring array variable and creating a array object. You can do in single statement. So how to initialize arrays in Java? So double square bracket prices equal to, this is the one. So this is how you can even store the array elements. Say directly you declared the array variable and assigned a value directly. So this is also valid. Okay, so int a is equal to this one. So this is how you can store the array values. Directly you can assign the values to the array. Then how can you access? So this will be which index? What is the index number?
0.
0.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many elements total?
5.
5 elements. So A is contains 5. So can you tell me how to access 5?
Age of 2.
Age of 2.
2.
Is of 2. So why is of 2? 0, 1, 2. 5 is in the 2 index. So array name is age square bracket 2. That's the, so this is of 2. You have to give. Next. So like this you can access this. Here is the examples. Some of them I have given. And so is of 0, 12, is of 1, 4, is of 2 is 5, is of 3 is 2, is of 4 equal to 5. So this is the, in the memory, you will get a memory like this. Total 5 boxes will be, memory allocation will happen in this like this. Because while creating, you are giving 5, right? So automatically 5 memory pods will happen for this age array. Like that, any array. So number of elements you give, that many partitions will be created in the array. Okay, so understand here. Array indices always start from 0. That is the first element of an array. So the index is 0. If the size of the array is n, then the last element of the array will be at index n minus 1. What is the last element index?
N minus
N
1.
Array
minus
size
1.
minus 1. Array length minus 1. So array length minus 1 if you do, you will get the last element index. So what is the first element index?
0.
0.
What is the last element index?
Length minus.
Array length minus 1.
Array length minus 1. That's what you need to answer. Even writing the code time also, you write array dot length minus 1. So how do you access array elements?
The index. Array name, square braces, index.
Array name, square bracket, index. So are you all clear on this? How to create array variables, array object? Everybody clear or any questions here? See that how to access array elements. Array name of
Square bracket
index.
index.
See that. First element we are accessing array name square bracket of 0. Second element array name square bracket 1. Third element array name square bracket 2. Fourth element array name square bracket 3. Fifth element array name square bracket 4. Okay. So that's all about arrays concept. Let's go and write some programs. Few more concepts. Let's see what other concepts are there to see that. Okay, array length you can find out. Array day, array name dot length. The length is a instance variable. You can use that. How can you get the last element position? Array name dot length.
Dot length minus.
How can you access array element? Array name of index.
Index.
Okay, so these are the points important. So array index out of bounds exception. When you will get array index out of bounds exception? See, these are the 3 points are here. If index value given as a negative, then system will throw array index out of bounds exception. Array index out of bounds exception it will throw. If we enter or insert an element at wrong index in the array or more than the size of the array if you insert, then array index out of bounds exception will be thrown to you. So array size is 0 and trying to access the array elements, then it will throw array index out of bounds exception. So array index out of bounds exception will be thrown. So java.lang negative array size exception. So when you will get a negative array size exception, if you provide array length as a negative, then at runtime it will throw negative array size exception. So these are the exceptions. These two are runtime exception classes. This is the class, this is also class. Both will run. At runtime, you will get them. When you make a mistake in the code, you will get these exceptions. Okay, any questions? So before going for the program, how to loop through arrays? So you can use a for each loop and normal for loop. So for each is another loop which is going to iterate a group of elements like arrays, collections. You can iterate them with a for each loop. What is the for each loop syntax? For bracket, data type of the array or collection, space, variable name, colon, array name or collection name. So then curly bracket statements, curly bracket statements. So this is the how you can iterate the array either for each loop or normal for loop. Either for each loop or normal for loop. So what is a normal for loop syntax? For
Initialization,
initialization, semicolon,
conditions.
condition, semicolon, increment or decrement.
And
So that is these are the two ways you can iterate or work with arrays. Okay, so let's go and see that quickly. Arrays, how we can work with arrays. So I can create array demo. So I'm creating a simple array. So you can create a simple array. I'll take up a one, okay, simple. Maybe you can so print all the fruits that you take up. Fruits is what data type?
strings.
Hmm?
String data type.
String data type. So I will take up this example. You take up fruits, print all the fruits. So that you take up. So what I am taking up is private static void print vowels. Vowels is a what kind of data type?
Data type.
Character.
So char data type. So create an array. So what is the syntax of creating an array?
String.
String.
Array name.
Data type.
Data type. Square brackets.
Brackets.
Bracket.
Array name.
name equal to
New.
array.
Data type.
Data type. Wait, that.
So this is the array syntax. So now what is the vowels data type?
Character.
Char.
Character. So array name new. So what is the data type?
Char.
Character. So how many vowels are there?
5.
5.
That's the so
Static. Yeah.
typo. So array size, I want to find array length.
Array name dot length.
Vowels
So-
dot length minus 1.
Vowels
Dot
length only, right?
one.
Why length minus 1?
Yeah.
Why length minus 1, madam? What I asked, array length only.
Okay, sir.
So we are asking array length. Array length means array name dot length only. Okay.
Okay.
So if I ask last element index,
Okay.
so then you can do that. Suppose last element index. Then you say formula int last element index equal to
Vowels.
array name dot length minus 1. So this is the last element index. Last element index is, that is L index. Okay. So I need to insert the elements now, right? So there is no elements now. Let's go and insert the elements. So how to insert the elements into the array? What is the formula?
Array name square brackets index.
Array name, square bracket, index,
Equal to.
assign the, what is the assignment operator?
Equal to value.
Equal.
Equal to value. So this is the formula you have to use. What is the array name?
Vowels.
Vowels. First index is 0. Okay. So second index. So index 2 means third element. Index 3 means fourth element.
Not me.
So is this correct?
No.
No, this is array.
So let's see what will happen. Okay.
Array of
First, let's print. Okay, so print the first element. So how can you print the first element?
Oh, array name, index, ovals, brackets, 0. Array name, square bracket, index.
0.
0. Kalini, tell me fifth element I want to access. What is the fifth element? Fifth element. What is the fifth element? How can you access fifth element?
Well, 4, sir.
Wells of
4.
4.
Hmm.
Instead of 4, you have to write this last element index. Okay. You should not write 4.
Okay.
So you have to write vowels dot length minus 1 you have to write. You should not write 4.
Okay.
Last element, that's the last element, right? Fifth element means last element. Here size is 5. That is the last element. So always you have to write. If you want last element, what is the formula you have to write? Always you should not hard code. Automatically it will calculate.
Why can't we write, sir? What is the reason?
The reason is, if for example, you are not giving here the value, okay? So you are not fixing the size, you are giving a values. Automatically it will calculate. Why you need to give? Why you need to hard code?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a dynamically it will calculate. Use the formulas, it will calculate. Again, you don't need to change it every time, right?
Yeah, but
That's the,
we give 4, will it throw error or?
it won't throw error.
Okay, we
It
can.
won't throw error.
Okay.
Suppose I change it to 6.
Yeah, then it
Then
will. Okay.
so your expected value you won't get, right?
Yeah, got it.
That's the main reason.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So iterate the array. How can you iterate the array?
For loop.
So using first approach is for each loop. So what is for each loop syntax? For
Brackets,
data type,
Type
colon,
variable, colon,
array
Array
name.
name or collection name.
array, curly bracket. So logic you write. So write for, sir, you are saying for each, but you are writing for. For each means I'll tell you. So why it got a name. So what is the data type of your array?
character.
Char. So I'm putting V and vowels. So now here, please understand, everybody focus here. Now V contains each element of this array. First V goes to first place. What is the first place element?
Yeah.
A. So now V value going to have A value.
Yeah.
So automatically V goes to second position. So what is the second position value?
E.
So like this V is going to have each element of the array and automatically it will iterate from first element to last element. That's a for each loop. That means each element it is going one by one automatically till last element. That's why it got a name for each loop. Internal iterator is there automatically. You don't need to write a I++, all those things in the for each loop. That's the easiest loop. Okay. So I'm just printing one after the other. Okay. So I don't want in the now. Just giving some differentiation. Okay. Now I'll use normal for loop. So I'll ask someone. I want to test people. So who is there? Chandrakala. So can you tell me normal for loop syntax?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me normal for loop syntax, madam? Kalyani,
Sir.
can you tell
Initialization,
me normal for loop syntax?
initialization, condition, increment.
Initialization, semicolon, condition, initialization,
For bracket, initialization,
for bracket, semicolon, initialization, then
not
again
semicolon, madam.
Condition.
This is parenthesis.
condition,
For bracket, initialization, then semicolon, then
condition,
Plus
semicolon,
increment.
increment or decrement, sir. And again, close the brackets.
after decrement, normal bracket close, curly bracket starts,
That's-
logic you build it. So you have to remember these things, madam. Then only your life is going to be easy in the coding.
Yes.
So where you need to start? So your starting position is always where? Int I equal
Int.
to
1.
Equal to 1.
madams.
Zeros.
See
Zero.
that
Yes,
indexes, madam.
0.
If you start with 1 and you're ignoring first one,
Zeros.
array, remember, array always starts with 0. Clear? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Why you need to start with 0? The first element index.
First element index is 0.
So what is the
Less than equal to.
less than? Till what? You need to iterate.
Last element.
Minus dot length minus
So
1.
you write array dot length or less than or equal to, if you put I
Minus
less than or equal to array dot length minus 1 you write. So any one is correct. Okay. I kept I less than vowels dot length. Vowels dot length value, how much you will get?
5.
5.
5 you will get, right? Vowels dot length value. What is the vowels dot length value? 5 size. So here 5 you will get. So I less than 5, then I plus plus. Now who will tell the for loop explanation?
Yes.
Devi? You want to tell for loop explanation? You all written and explained, sent to me, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me?
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
First initialize I equals to 0.
Hmm.
So I was 0. I less than or equals to vowel dot length value is 5. So I less than.
What I need to write, madam? Tell me what I need to write. Shall I write I less than something like that?
No, first I equals to.
Hmm?
First I equals to 0. I value is 0.
I 0 is there. Okay. What is the second next step?
0 less than 5.
0 less than 5. What is the output?
Condition will be true.
Huh?
Condition will be true.
Condition is true. Then
So
I want to print array.
Yes,
So let's
sir.
print array. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what is the array? Vowels of I. So what is this, sir? Vowels of I you have given. So I am printing the array element. Okay. So now tell me, madam. So true happened. Next, what will happen?
So increment will be there, sir. I plus plus. So 0 plus 1 is there.
Madam. So the condition becomes true. What will happen next? What is the next step?
Next, I plus plus is there, sir. So increment the value, sir.
Devi, did you read the notes, madam? Hmm? Hmm? Did you read the notes? Or did you listen the video? Condition after where it will go, madam? Cursor.
Inside for loop.
It will go inside a
One
for loop,
body.
right?
Yes, sir.
Then why are you saying I plus plus? You're not preparing well, madam. For loop over already.
Okay, sir.
How many times I told that, madam? Order, initialization, condition is true. Then it will come to the body. For loop body. Why are you missing those sequences, madam? Okay, now tell me the body, what is the output?
Print the first letter, sir.
Hmm?
It will print first letter over letter.
First tell me, madam, replace vowels of, what is the I value?
0.
0. So 0 means what is the value for I vowels of 0?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So learn like that, madam. Learn like that. So now you can understand easily what is happening here. Now where it will go? Body is over. Where it will go?
No, it will go increment value.
Ah, that is the one. See, you are learning now. Good. What is the I value currently?
0 plus 1, sir.
0 plus 1. Nice. That's it, madam. Now,
So 1 less than 5.
1 less than
5.
5.
Condition is
True. Now what will happen?
then
It
some
will come inside the body and vowels of
well, sir.
1.
1.
What is the 1 value?
E.
E.
E. Not A. E, right? You
sir.
also said E?
Is. Is.
Good, good. Okay. I think I have listened
Again,
wrongly.
increment value, sir.
So next I value.
1 plus 1.
1 plus 1. This is the word I am
2.
expecting everyone. Practice this. If you practice, you won't make mistakes here. I told you already, I will check each and every person.
So 2 less than 5. Condition will be sir.
So 2 less than 5.
5.
It's a true.
Then come to
So
body.
comes inside
Body.
vowels of
Well, 2.
2. So what is vowels of 2 value?
I.
I. So next,
Then increment value.
increment the value.
2
2 plus 1. That
3.
is 3.
3
Then
less than 5.
3 less than 5. True.
Condition is
Comes inside vowels
Oh.
of 3. That is, what is the value?
0.
Oh. Next goes up to the incrementation.
Three
3 plus 1,
4.
4.
4 less than 5.
4 less
Condition
than
will be true.
5. True. 4 less than 5. True. Then comes inside
Vowels, mix of
vowels of
4
4.
and U.
That is
U.
U. Then goes up I
Increment.
equal to 4 plus 1.
5.
5. 5 less than 5. True or
Condition
false?
will be false. Sir.
I'm saying true. Will you
False, sir.
disagree with me or agree?
Disagree, sir.
That's good. Very good. So you have to disagree. That's a 5 less than 5 is false only.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Nice, Devi. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Kalyani, you also need to explain like this, Kalyani, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now I want to print. So now what we did here, first element to last element we printed. Now I need to print from last element to first element. Then where is my, where I need to start?
Array dot length.
Huh?
Array dot length.
Not clear.
Array dot length. Sir.
length.
We have to initialize I equal to array dot length.
-1, right?
-1.
Minus.
Array dot length -1.
So you have to start with the last element, right? What is the last element index?
Array.
Huh? What is the last element index, madam?
Dot length -1.
Again, why you doubt so many times? I told that again, why so much doubt? Only one person is assertive, others are all doubtful. What is the last element index?
Array dot length
Array dot length
Minus 1.
Just read out, madam. You will get. Why are you silent? Others. What is the last element index?
Array name dot
Length -1.
So, Kalyan, tell me now. So, what I need to write? You want to reverse the array. That means I need to print from last element to first element. So, what is my initialization? Kalyan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What is my last element index, madam? What I need to write?
I equal to 0. J equal to
Last
0.
element index, madam. Last element means what you also told sometime and I corrected it. And immediately you are forgetting, madam.
4, sir.
Zero means first element, madam. Last element, last element onwards you need to start. From last element onwards you need to start. What is the last element index formula I given? What is this, madam? Just now only
vowels dot
you
length
learned,
-1.
right?
Array dot length -1.
That's one.
J greater than 0, J minus.
-1.
Vowels of Z.
J.
So I'll just print this. I'm telling very basics, madam. These basics only. You go and listen one more time these videos. Already I covered here so many times. Not here I see I have given last element index. So here I have covered here last element index. Here I also covered last element index. Again I am telling last element means, so you're telling first 0 means first you should know 0 is the first element, madam. But you want to start where? You need to start from last element. Last element means always this formula. I don't know why you're forgetting these many times if I tell also. What is the reason, madam? Not concentrating on the class? Okay. So we have to call that method. Let's call that method. How to call, at least tell me this one, Kalani. How to call same class static void method without parameters. How can you call it under main method? This is also static method. This is also static method. How can I call that method here, madam? You're very far, madam. Without these things, you cannot do anything. What I told you, every day read methods I told, na? You're not practicing at all. How to call methods, static void method in the same class. This is the first scenario, madam, I explained. How to call static method in the same class?
Directly call.
Directly method name. These basics, I don't know why you people are considering. Okay, let's execute. Now see what will happen here. Will it execute? It will fail here. Why it will fail? So we are inserting more than the size.
Size of the
So more than the size, I'm trying to insert it. See what is the error you got? What is the error?
Array index
array index out of bound exception.
Array index
Out of
out of bounds exception we are getting. That's the main thing. Index 5 out of bounds for length. Okay. How can you solve that? See how to debug this. Package name, then class name, then method name. So which line number? See the line number. Class name dot Java line number.
56.
So why 56? You are calling that method. So then
go to that method.
inside that method, just one step above that method name, the method which line number? 21 line. 21 line you have an issue. So this is the one, because why 21 line it is showing you are inserting more than the array size.
Array size.
So that's why you are getting that exception. So we should not insert more than the array size. That's why you are getting array index out of bounds exception at a runtime only. Compile time, did you see that error?
No.
Runtime only you are getting. That's why this is a runtime exception class. So I have shown you array index out of bounds section. Now let's see we are able to print. See, this is the for each loop, this is the normal for loop, this is the reverse order.
Reverse.
So that's all about. And here you have a lot of programs. See that we have a. So if you go to, please go and practice all these programs. Java array programs under pages, Java array programs, click on this. So practice all these things. So the question, don't look at the answer, just question you see and try your test your skills. Then if you are facing a problem, that means there is some problem with your understanding of the arrays. So otherwise you can easily answer. Then you go and look for that if you're getting a problem. Then question 2. So that is the one. Question 3. So these are all the things you have to take care of this. Okay. So we'll see that. Now let's write some more array programs. I want to generate the random array. So array size is 5. I want to generate a random array. So how to generate? But it should return an array for me. So return type method, I'll write access modifier static. So data type. So I want array as a return type. Method name. So parenthesis, curly bracket, logic. return
Return
value.
value.
So the access modifier, it's up to you what you want to take. Static. So the data type is array is my data type. Integer array I want. That's my data type. Even array also one data type, right? What kind of data type array?
Non-primitive.
Non-primitive.
Primitive. Get random array. See, if you remember these formulas, your life is so easy. If you want to create a return type method, you can easily tell. Now, what is the access modifier here?
Default.
Default.
So what is the static keyword? Then what is the return type of this method?
Int.
Method get random array.
Get random array.
Int array is the return type.
Type of the
Get random array is the method name.
Method.
Method name.
What is the return type? I told you definition.
The
Before method.
the word before the method name.
The keyword that is placed before
Method.
method name is called return type.
Return type.
You're not reading, guys. Are you writing the code? You are not at all practicing them properly. So I'm creating a integer array. So I have to generate 5 random values. Dot size and I++. So how to generate random numbers?
Using random method.
Math class.
Math.random.
Using math.random.
Math class.
Math dot
Random.
random, but I want integer, right? In 1 to 100, I'll generate.
Typecast.
See why I'm assigning this is the assignment operator. What will happen? Assignment operator, what it will do?
Right side value copy to the left side variable.
Right side value
Copy to the left side variable.
fit to here. See, I put this is the parameterization. First time what will happen? First time I value 0. Then one value will generate here, right? That value will go and store here. 0th place. 0th place means first element. Next, what will happen? I value
Increment.
increments. So I value increments and 1 less than 5 comes inside. One more random number generates. That will go and store in the second place. So I value I is changed now, right? I is not 0 now. I is changed to 1. Kiran, are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
So what is happening? Are you understanding? Every time new value will generate here random number. Now I value is 1, not 0. So 0, 1 value stored already. That is there in the memory. Now I value 1. New value will store there. Again I value will increment.
Increment.
This body is over. It will go to increment. For loop structure, if you remember, then only you will understand all these concepts. Initialization. Condition. Condition after
body.
This will generate the random number. Random number will be copied by assignment operator into this position. Now I value will increment. Now I value will change. Till how long it will generate? 5 numbers it will generate. So 5 will store. Then return that. Which one you need to return? Random?
Random.
So Let me show you how it will. So how to call return type method, Kiran?
Sir, data type variable name equal to
So data type,
Variable name.
equal to
Return.
method name, return type method name, sir. Return type static
return type
name.
method name, return type method name. So follow this. Now, what is the data type? Tell me that method return type.
Integers, int array.
Int array. So you give array name int and array equal to, what is the method name?
Get rand array.
Get
Rand.
and array. So now if you run this in the debug mode, okay? How to run in debug mode? What is the
Place
first
a toggle.
Just place
Place
the
a toggle point.
First
Which
place
is
the
dog
Toggle point.
toggle breakpoint. Then turn that to
debug mode.
debug mode. You forget, Kiran, all these steps.
Yes,
So
sir.
Java mode to debug mode. You have to
Debug
move.
Debug.
Bug icon. Click on the bug icon. Then right click.
Right click.
Debug
Then
as
Debug as
Java
Java
application.
application.
Java application. Now it will come and store here. See that is size. What is the size value? See that all the variables will show on the right hand side. Now it came here, and now you go here. So I value. What is the I value now currently?
0.
Zero.
So now see that random is returned. Now you can see what is the value. You can see here. So it is 0.
Zero.
And this one has a, what is the value? First value.
22.
22.
22 it's stored. Now I value becomes 1.
1.
So now now click on this. Now generated the random. Now put the cursor here. What is the second value?
20, sir.
I value will change again.
2.
2. Now what is the array? Third value, observe that. What is the third value?
21.
21.
So now go and increment I value 3. So now what is the array? You see that. What is the fourth value?
82. Sir.
82. See that. That's how debug mode, if you run, you will understand how it is changing line by line code. This is the what I am expected. Try it at least once. Without trying, you won't get it. Why you are not practicing? I told several times this. Try practicing and you will get it. So that's it. The random array we didn't print, but so it will print. So that's it. And you can switch back again to Java perspective. That's it. First step is toggle breakpoint. Then move the Java perspective to debug mode.
Debug.
Then right click and run as a debug as a
Debug
Java
as
application.
Java application.
Then click on F7 or this
Yes.
arrow marks.
F6.
F6.
F6. Sorry, F6. You have to click this one, step over. And it will move to step by step. Okay. So that's it. Tomorrow we'll see rest of the things. Okay. Please practice and come back. Thank you.